What kind of man walks away from power, returns a royal title, and risks everything for truth, justice, and his people? This is not just a story about a governor. This is the story of a doctor, a missionary, a reformer, and a man who chose conviction over comfort. This is the life of Sir Francis Akanu Ibiam. On Thursday, November 29, 1906. In the quiet community of Onwana, near Afikpo in present-day Ebonyi State, a child was born into a respected Igbo family. But destiny did not begin gently. His father, Chief Ibiam Oka, died when he was barely a year old. And so, his elder brother, Samuel Oka Ibiam, became his guide, mentor, and sponsor. At a time when education was resisted by many who preferred farming, young Akanu was among the few sent to school, first in Onwana, and then in 1912, to the prestigious Hope Waddell Institution in Calabar. By 1919, he was baptized, taking on the name Francis. But something bigger was forming, something deeper than just education. In 1921, he moved to King's College, Lagos, one of the finest institutions in colonial Nigeria. Then came a moment that changed everything. A visiting doctor gave a lecture on first aid. And in that moment, Akanu whispered to himself, "I must become a doctor." That single decision would shape Africa's history. In 1925, he traveled to the United Kingdom, studying in Glasgow, London, Cambridge, and finally, St. Andrews University in Scotland. His journey was not smooth: financial struggles, academic detours, and internal doubts. At one point, he even considered abandoning medicine for agriculture. But his brother refused. And so, by sheer discipline and obedience, he returned to medicine, graduating in 1934 as one of the earliest Nigerian-trained doctors in Europe. In August 1935, he returned to Nigeria. Opportunities were waiting: government jobs, prestige, comfort. But he chose a different path. He became a missionary doctor under the Church of Scotland Mission. Why? Because he believed the church could serve as an alternative system of justice, healing, and dignity, especially for the neglected. By Saturday, February 1, 1936, he established a small dispensary in Abariba, which later became a full hospital serving multiple communities. He didn't just treat patients. He trained nurses, built systems, and empowered communities. Even when racial discrimination hit him. While European missionaries had cars, he rode a bicycle. While others received allowances, he was denied. He did not quit. He wrote boldly to challenge injustice, refusing to let discrimination silence his mission. After 15 years of courtship, he married Eudora Olayinka Shashiban, a teacher, midwife, and partner in purpose. Together, they fought deeply rooted harmful traditions. They rescued twins marked for death, sometimes caring for nearly 10 abandoned children at once. He also confronted witchcraft fears, superstitions, female circumcision, ignorance around medicine. Not with force, but with education, compassion, and faith. To him, healing wasn't just physical. It was spiritual, emotional, and societal. By the 1950s, his influence had grown beyond medicine. He became President of the Christian Council of Nigeria, 1955 to 1958. Principal of Hope Waddell Institution, 1957. President of University College Ibadan, 1959. He was honored with an OBE in 1949. And in 1951, knighted as Sir Francis Ibiam. But power never changed him. At this point, pause for a second. If stories like these, stories of African excellence, sacrifice, and truth matter to you, then don't just watch. Subscribe. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs to know that Africa has always had heroes like this. Because stories like Akanu Ibiam's deserve to live forever. On Friday, October 21, 1960, Nigeria had just gained independence, and Sir Francis Akanu Ibiam became the governor of Eastern Region. But he was not a ceremonial figure. He governed with principles. He rejected corruption, opposed tribalism and nepotism, promoted meritocracy, encouraged moral leadership. He even persuaded the cabinet not to keep foreign bank accounts. A bold anti-corruption stance rare even today. Every cabinet meeting began with a sermon. For him, leadership was a moral responsibility. Then came 1966. A military coup ended the First Republic. He was removed from office. Soon after, Nigeria descended into civil war. The Eastern region became Biafra under.
And I do think it is imminent.
Ibiam stood with his people. He traveled from village to village, encouraging soldiers, comforting refugees, organizing relief. Then came one of the most powerful moments of his life. In 1967, he returned his knighthood to Queen Elizabeth II. He dropped the name Francis and declared he would be known simply as Akanu Ibiam. Why? Because Britain supported the Nigerian government during the war, while his people suffered starvation and death. His letter shook the international community. It triggered global attention and helped mobilize humanitarian aid into Biafra. After the war ended in 1970, he returned home. He met Yakubu Gowon, who assured his safety. And once again, he chose service. He became advisor to multiple state governments, leader in global Christian organizations, president of All Africa Conference of Churches, advocate for justice and national unity. Even in old age, leaders sought his wisdom. In 1983, his people crowned him Iziogo Iziola of Onwana, a prophet, finally honored at home. He received honorary degrees, Ebodon, Ife, national honors, global recognition. And yet, he remained simple. No extravagance, no arrogance, just service. Life came to a close for him on Saturday, July 1, 1995. Today, his name lives on in Akanu Ibiam International Airport, Enugu; Akanu Ibiam Federal Polytechnic, Onwana; University of Nigeria Stadium. But his true legacy is not in buildings. It is in values, integrity, courage, faith, service. So, the question is not just, who was Akanu Ibiam? The real question is, do leaders like him still exist today? And more importantly, can you become one? Subscribe for more powerful African stories. Share this video and keep the legacy alive.